The Illinois shooting, part of a troubling trend and a uniquely American problem and tragedy. A wave of gun violence that shot up during the start of the pandemic, still raging here in the U.S. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been at least 316 mass shootings so far this year. Just days ago, President Joe Biden signed a sweeping gun violence bill into law. The bill makes it harder for young people to buy guns, helps police temporarily take weapons from those who have been deemed dangerous. Billions of dollars will also bolster mental health programs. Tonight, our Kim Russell is taking a closer look at what's behind the trend and if there's anything we can do to stop these shootings.
For many Americans, an attack on the 4th of July hits home. And for people here in Metro Detroit that I spoke to, they're reassessing. Are these mass shootings we've been seeing random or personal threats?
It's absolutely frightening.
This is the reaction Abraham Anderson had when he heard about the mass shooting at a 4th of July parade in Highland Park, Illinois, after numerous mass shootings this year in America. And Anderson is not someone who frightens easily. At 90 years old, he has lived through World War II, served in the Korean War, witnessed the civil rights era in America, and all that followed.
We seem to have been making progress, and then pandemic came, and things have really changed.
He is not the only one on edge I spoke to outside a grocery store in Southfield.
You got to look around your shoulders and see what's going on. It makes me want to stay in.
It just makes me more cautious when I'm going out, especially because I do a lot with my grandma.
They have been increasing both in frequency and increasing in the number of casualties per event.
Patrick Carter, MD, is co-director of the Institute for Firearm Injury Prevention at the University of Michigan. He says the data indicates we are seeing a concerning increase in mass shootings. So what can be done? He and his colleagues say we could do what we did when we saw an increase in car crashes. The National Transportation Safety Board studied it and looked for evidence-based solutions.
When you think about car deaths in this country, we saw the peak of motor vehicle crash deaths in the mid-1950s. And we focused our efforts as a country on how do we prevent these from occurring.
Every time one of these things happens, it's terrible and it's tragic. And we shouldn't have to accept this as a country. Like, we can do better.
Professor Javed Ali with the University of Michigan Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy has more than 20 years of experience in national security.
The one I think that is most practical in the near term is the role of social media companies enforcing their own terms of service or policing the content that is on their systems.
Really shook me up, The 4th of July.
Mr. Anderson says the country needs to unify for change.
It appears that we're going to have to try to gain our independence again from the haters.
In Southfield, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.